Let's try that one more time. It is IHateClaireWeber.com. And you will go there because you feel the opposite of that. So just that's how you can remember. All right, here comes Claire Weber. ClaireWeber.com is owned by a wedding dress designer in the UK, and she doesn't need any more web traffic. Fuck her. I've been in this art gallery for so long, I've started to feel creative. No, thank you. I'm going to learn to crochet right now. I'm going to join my feminist quilting bee that I started in the back during the show. God, it's really weird being back in Olympia. I went to college here. Evergreen. You guys, whoa. We never leave, do we? We just stay here either getting the degree or paying for it. But it's like a Dr. Seuss rhyme of places I've been drunk. Like, did she pass out over there? Did she pass out on Red Square? Did she pass out at Hales Ales? Did she pass out in your kale? Did she pass out at the well? No, the rent-a-cop kicked me out. That's private property. Oh, Olympia, I'm just happy to be out of my house. It's a mess. It's filthy. I have 6 roommates and we're all feminists, so nobody does the dishes. It's bad. We're leaning in and not cleaning up. No. Now notice, I said that I live with feminists, not women. But we're all disgusting. It's fine. I'm not saying I'm a lazy cook, but have you ever eaten a Blue Apron kit raw? They just come partially thawed. You can dig right in. I have spent too long in here. I just spent 20 minutes trying to jimmy my hand up the Skittles. Like some kind of sad little possum with some college on her resume. I can't even use it. You know what my first credit is? Shamanism. Do you know how much Evergreen wants me to pay to change that? Too much. Ergo, I'm just never going back to college. I cannot explain that. I don't know. It's fine. What do you guys do? Are you guys all students? No, of course not. Nobody actually goes to Evergreen. You just think about it. It's nice to be back, though. I don't know. Seattle's expensive. It's really expensive, and I'm not good with money. Like the other day, I spent an entire paycheck at Whole Foods. And as I was carrying that single bag of groceries out to the car, a dude drove by and yelled, "Go vegan!" So I think I got catcalled. Like Seattle catcalled? I don't know, the boys are so gentle here. Makes me want to go to Tacoma. A girl knows where she stands in Tacoma. There I was walking out of a show and a guy had the audacity to yell, "Hey, does the carpet match the drapes?" Ooh. A classic. So I yelled back, "Yeah. It's the same length." Because I don't want to lie to my future husband. And then he just stopped following me home. Gosh, dating's hard. I don't know, do you stalk your exes on Facebook? What, are you better than me? Here's the thing, none of us should stalk our exes on Facebook. That's a beginner's mistake. You gotta get on LinkedIn. Make a fake business in their line of employment and send them a real enticing job offer. Then you interview them and find out their strengths and weaknesses. I get ghosted a lot. I don't know, is Olympia big enough to ghost people in, or is it just real awkward and Greenhall? Okay. Ghosting, for those of you that don't know, are when the person that you're sleeping with just cuts off all contact with you whatsoever. Ghosting is not my style. I poltergeist. Just come home and all your dishes are broken. Somebody ate all your food. Your bed is full of blood. Gosh, dating's hard. I don't know, is anyone here in love? Oh boy. You guys sound real enthusiastic for being in an art gallery on Saturday night at 9:58 p.m. Love is grand. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is the leading cause of homicide in this country. I don't know, you two are sitting close. Is this a thing? That's what I like to hear, ambiguity. Well, just to make this real uncomfortable, I am a girl who likes boys and girls and everything, which is just entry-level Seattle. Like, you move to the city and they give you a septum piercing and a subscription to Bust. It is just what you do. You can't even walk into Tinder without a handsome couple looking like you saying, hey, we're looking for friends. You don't want friends. You're full of lies. How long have you two been an ambiguous maybe? Huh?
23 years.
Oh, gracious. Your wedding and me could be twins. You two want to have a threesome and ruin that? I'm sorry, I like to start fights for happy couples. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't lead to problems, but we can hope. If you've been married, you know fights are important. That's when the good stuff happens. This is a problem for me and the guy I'm in love with because we just don't fight. So I have to trick him. I make him go to IKEA with me. Because you're going to get in a real sexy argument there. I make him sit in every single showroom chair, from Oxford to Zwetfang. And then, when he finally decides to buy a Pwang, I tell him it's tacky and we're going to go to Pottery Barn next. I want to make the love of my life so angry he spits on my face in a fake kitchen. I want to get bent over a 4-piece sectional Kivik with removable, machine washable slipcover and spanked with a 99-cent spatula. And then we put that spatula back. Lay me out on a sheepskin rug, rub me down with Swedish meatballs, tie me to the roof of the car like a piece of flat pack furniture. Whew. And then when we get home, we're gonna build a bookcase. But first I hide 3 screws. You know, I had a friend explain to me that that's not how BDSM works, but boy, a girl can hope. I don't know, I'm crazy in bed. Because I'm crazy all the time. But it's fun crazy. Like one time I was hooking up with this guy, and while he was sleeping, I snuck into his kitchen and peeled all the labels off of his canned goods. Is it peaches? is it? SpaghettiOs? I don't know, baby. Let's find out together. It was SpaghettiOs. The sexiest canned pasta. I don't know. I love being in love. It's great. I keep finding new ways and reasons to love the man I'm with. Like, he likes the frosting and Oreo cookies, and I like the good part. And he likes the drumettes and chicken wings, and I like the one that you have to gnaw. And he likes to play a lot of video games, and I like getting chained to the radiator and ignored. No, that's the best part about dating a really disgustingly kinky person, is that if you say anything with the right inflection, I think it's hot. Like, honey, I'm gonna play video games and I want you to sit very, very quietly. And then when I'm done, we'll see what happens. And 8 hours later, boy, I'm disappointed. But for those 8 hours, anything could happen. It's great. Are you kinky? No, the man I'm making direct eye contact with. A little bit, yeah. You look like you'd politely slap an ass. If we ask nicely, good on you. What's your name?
My name's Tim.
Say it slower.
It's a pretty short name to say slow.
Tim, I'm really good at making short things longer. Tim, what do you do for a living?
I teach middle school.
Oh? I can work with that. Boy, this is going to be on public access. But Tim, here's a tip. If somebody asks you what you do for a living, you can lie. Like, what am I gonna do? Ask for citations? Tim, next time somebody asks you what you do for a living, just say you're a pilot. I won't believe you, but I'll play along. Tim, are you on Tinder?
Not anymore.
Ooh. Tim is the object of your affection here. We can work with that. Tim. Do you ever get a little bit sad sometimes? I believe it. Do you have any friends with severe allergies?
I don't think so.
Want to watch me rail a line of peanuts and jab an EpiPen in my throat? It would save my life, Tim. Tim. to go to IKEA? Tim, do you like it when girls ask you to call them daddy? Yeah. Tim, you're making a redhead blush. I don't like it when anyone asks me to call them daddy. I'm really looking for more of an uncle vibe. Criminy, guys, get on Pornhub. It's 2018. Uncle Porn's the new missionary, wow. Whew. Yeah, that just came out of my mouth. You want to see what goes in? Tim. I don't know. I'm a really, 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 really kinky person, and I've been watching pornography that's been making me uncomfortable. Like, ooh, the internet, that's a bad, dangerous thing. Like, I've been watching videos with titles like, "Loving husband of 13 years impregnates his beautiful wife." Like, I'm watching so much pornography that I started watching procreative missionary heterosexual sex as a thrill. Because damn, you guys realize that's the kinkiest thing of all. Children! Bruises heal, ropes untie a baby. Hard limit. No, thank you. I don't know. I watched a couple celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary at an Applebee's, and I just thought, you freaks. You dirty, loving, disgusting freaks. I think I'm into that. Tim. Are you colorblind? Because you don't seem to see red flags. I don't know. For a long time I had my Tinder bio set as, "I can't tell the difference between whiskey, scotch, and bourbon, but I'd love to learn." Yeah, oh yeah, you just realized. Because you get at least 3 drinks, and all you have to do is sit there going, "Really? That's so interesting. And what do you do at Amazon?" And then you tell him that you're too drunk to have sex, you take a lift home and have sex with your real boyfriend. Money in your pocket. It's great. I don't know. I don't drink anymore, but boy, Olympia's the place to do it. Here's a fun tip. This is what I got from my college education. You can fit an entire bottle of Barefoot Moscato in a Starbucks venti Frappuccino cup. And if you tell people you're pregnant, you can just puke anywhere. I take a lot of pregnancy tests. But I buy really cheap ones, so I trust them as much as the men I sleep with. Tim. Sometimes I'll take like 3 at once. Like a pregnancy test Wolverine. Pregnancy tests are like my 3rd favorite thing to pee on. Tim. Do you want to do something that we're never coming back from? No. Oh, now you're showing us your college education. I was worried for a minute there. It's okay, Tim. Close your eyes and we can imagine. Tim. Well, we can all close our eyes. Okay, you guys really don't trust me, and I'm into that. It's okay. But just imagine a terrible place where dirty, awful things happen every minute. And once you go there, you can never go to Tacoma? Boy, I don't know, I was out watching guys in a park the other day. As you do. I don't know, and I realized I could just kidnap one of them. Like, I could just tell him I was going to give him a hand job behind a dumpster, and he'd go with me. Like, it's true, like, who looks vulnerable? No, Tim's learned. But you. All right, you want to get out of here? You thought about it. Like, you watched all this, and for a glimmer, you thought about it. Okay, because here's the thing. Here's a big difference between, like, men and women, or, you know, that whole whatever. But here's how you can kind of tell the difference between how you function in the world. Like, okay, would any of you folks that ever feel vulnerable in public, would you go anywhere with a strange man? No! You'd have to do something crazy, like offer you drugs. But, like, for some of this audience, if a car full of blondes in ski masks pulled up and said, "Get in now," there's a chance that's a porn. There's a chance that you just got recruited into a porn shoot, and there's also a chance that me and 4 of my closest friends are gonna have a real good time. Maybe it's a porn, I don't know. How'd you get here, Tim? Drove? Okay, walk to your car with someone you love. Buddy system for all of us tonight. I trust myself, but oh boy, when the moon is full. So Tim, you teach middle school? I'm a real slow learner, Tim. What's the capital of Washington? You don't know? That sounds just like a public school teacher in Washington. No, it's great. Everybody, pay your taxes, support local teachers in any way you can. Thank you, guys.
Holy shit, Claire Weber! Right? Yeah, she's like, all that is amazing. You guys are fantastic. Keep it going for yourselves. Thank you so much for supporting local comedy.